And are both our mics live?
I think so.
Forgot to turn. Okay, mine good. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulty. We're starting a little bit late today.
Are we late?
You know, just a little.
I didn't even know when we were supposed to start. I've just been chilling.
Oh yeah, it's dude. This this smell, this like churro smell has been. I've been living in it for the last hour.
You don't realize how much you've changed my life today.
So churros are vegan. They're non-dairy. Zach is very allergic to dairy product.
I am.
Yeah.
And I've been to Disneyland twice where someone has told me, you can't eat these. They have milk product in them. And I've had to watch all of my friends enjoy those wonderful churros.
Have you ever had a churro?
No.
Oh my god, this is the best. I'm introducing
But
you
I've
to new
had
things.
cinnamon and bread before.
Okay,
Like
so
I've done that.
It's like it tastes like a cinnamon toast crunch, but like as a bread form.
You just said like some of my favorite things.
Oh my god,
Bread,
yay!
cinnamon toast crunch, and you throw a little oat milk in there, and I would be like in heaven.
Well, I mean, I have your coffee with boba right
Which
now.
is amazing.
Yes. I have this is oolong tea with milk, and well, it's milk product.
How much caffeine do you think you consume a day?
You know, I'm really good about this.
Really?
Yeah, I only do 1 cup a day in the morning, and then throughout the day I drink tea, but not black tea. I'll drink
that's
like
really
green
good.
tea and like yellow tea and whatever. But yeah, I'm really good about not overdosing on caffeine, and I get 8 hours of sleep every day.
Are you?
It's so
I forgot to ask you before we started. What's the cursing situation? Because I have one of the foulest mouths.
Colin, can we curse?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Whenever.
Well, I would not tell me that. I wouldn't tell me that.
Poop a scoop. Butternut
I will try.
peanut
I will
cups.
try. I will try really hard. I'm not usually talent. I'm more of a behind-the-scenes person, where we're yelling at each other on set to make things happen, and it's just I have a sailor's mouth.
Shuttlecocks. I can say that, right? Anyway,
And the
here's
filthiest show I've
churro.
ever done was with you on it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I feel like I bring a certain kind of thing in people out. But anyway, so
Like pervasion,
Yes.
perverts.
Yes.
You turn everyone into perverts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hentai.
And I just let you finish like certain. I just like lead you. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Check it out, churros.
I'm excited.
Okay, so this is a strawberry dipping sauce, and this is a caramel dipping sauce.
You got strawberry.
Oh, I'm so
Strawberry?
Dude, I'm so happy that you're happy.
Dude,
I love
okay.
making people happy with food.
One of my favorite things on earth to eat is just like strawberry jam with peanut butter.
Ooh.
It's like one of my favorite things ever.
Oh man.
Big into strawberries and
All
big
right.
into sweets.
This table is gonna be completely covered in sugar, and cinnamon sugar.
Well, today's a good day.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So, welcome to Stella Transforms, everyone. This is a show where I transform a different person every single week into a character.
You
And
do this
week-
every week?
Oh yeah, I do this every week.
You are crazy.
I make the costume like mostly from scratch. So,
That's impressive.
and today we have Zac Eubank. He is from HyperRPG. If you guys remember, HyperRPG is a amazing streaming channel with lots of RPG, like tabletop RPG. You've even got some gaming going on, and you guys stream like 40 hours a day, huh?
Well, not a day.
Like not a day, a week.
Don't
40 hours.
Don't
a
put those kinds of
minute.
ideas in,
Wow.
in the boss's head. No, a week. Yeah, we do a lot of content. We tell a lot of stories, but most of it's like interactive storytelling. You know, I feel weird because we run a live network too, and you're also live, so I don't want to like promote too hard.
No, please promote. This is like, I like to think we're like hot ones. I'm just here to be like a sounding board for you, but we also get to eat food that's delicious and hopefully won't destroy
So
your stomach.
there's no torture and pain involved.
There will be later when I put makeup on you.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be into it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, I have been running HyperRPG for this is year 5.
Oh my
Our
God.
5-year anniversary is coming up this month, and before that, I started Geek and Sundry's live network, and before that, it was like working for way back in the day, Socialtron Live with Greg Grunberg, and those guys kind of like turned into the Attack on Twitch and stuff. So,
Oh, man.
been around. I've been doing this Twitch thing for 7 years now, which is. Huh.
Are you? Was that like a stare of regret of 1,000?
It's
yards?
wild. It's wild, though. You know, just to think how long we've been doing it. I feel very fortunate. I feel so fortunate that we've been able to survive as a small company for as long as we have. And we've seen so many other media companies come and go and rise and fall, and somehow we're still here. So I count my blessings every day because it's crazy in the current like climate to like make anything last more than a couple years.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And you guys are doing really big projects all the time. I mean, some of the one big project we did together was the Valiant comics project. That was amazing. Yeah, like tell me more.
You
about
are a canon character in the Valiant universe that will probably never show up in a comic book, but you're a canon character.
Yeah, I existed.
No, this is really cool though, because the person who wrote and designed your character is an Academy Award nominated writer, Eric Heiserer, and made your character in our kitchen.
I just love how evil my character became.
Yeah.
And without anyone knowing, and we didn't really get to fully develop and flesh her out, but basically my character was a Psyot whose power, basically my power worked because I drained other people's powers, like their life force, and so I had to like
you were a
touch
parasite.
people, and then I became stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you played it so well where nobody in the team knew that that's what you were doing, and you were draining them all slowly, becoming more powerful.
They were going to lose their hair and their teeth eventually.
Had to be really sinister about it.
Yeah. It was real fun to do, and yeah, we had to cut it short, but dude, it was so cool. And you guys have also done like Power Rangers and some other stuff like that.
We are canon Power Rangers too, which is wild.
Cool.
We weren't allowed to tell people we're canon at first, but then so many people were like, okay, fine, you can say it's canon now, because they did comic books and they put a couple of our characters in the video games and stuff too, from an RPG, which is wild.
Oh my god.
We just made stuff up on the fly. I say that, but like doing a show for Power Rangers was wild. Like it was wild. Every idea had to go through branding, licensing, like the whole shebang.
So as a game master, you really had to like sit down, write the story, and then basically have people rip it apart before you could actually host your game.
I do want to say, somebody's backing me up. Disney churros have dairy.
What? Why? Why do they have dairy?
So actually that makes things better, because if I had found out that someone was just lying to me, that would have made it way worse.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
These churros are amazing.
They're really good. They're really good.
And like most, I would say 99% of churros in this world is actually dairy free.
Traditional ones, yeah.
Well, the ones you can get from like a little Mexican lady right near the taco trucks are vegan, and they're amazing. They're so good, and they're fresh and they're warm. And you watch her like make it right there. Oh my god, it's like the best. But
that will always be my favorite thing about Los Angeles. We started the company up in Seattle. I had to move from Los Angeles up to Seattle. We were there for a year. The number one thing I missed was food.
wait, is there no good food in Seattle?
There's good food, but not the kind of food I wanted.
What kind of food did you want?
I wanted a taco out of a shopping cart. And you cannot find better tacos out of shopping carts than in LA, baby.
And hot dogs. Like, bacon wrapped hot dogs were...
See, I'm not as big into that. I
love it.
But, like, finding some old woman who's just like, I've got my recipe. Here's my taco for you. And it's going to have the freshest cilantro and onions cut on top of that thing. And it's... Oh, I missed the tacos and burritos so much.
And then, so you guys moved down here because that's where all the talent is, right?
Talent, among many other things. There were some opportunities that came up that we wanted to follow through on, and I missed, everyone I knew was down here. I had built a career up here, and then it was like going up there. You had to kind of start over, and that starting over always stinks.
Was there a lot of like just Amazon bros up there, and you just felt like, okay, where's people who actually want to play games on stream with me?
There's a lot of people up there in the theater and things like that. There's actually a huge Twitch community in Seattle because the internet was so good, and it's a tech city, so there were a lot of Twitch streamers up there. But I will say, like, Twitch streamers are different than actors, and it's just, it's just different worlds, and there is a certain way that actors communicate and do work. Not to say that there weren't actors up there. There definitely were. I will say that the Amazon Dude Bros made everything in that area so expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, everything.
I mean, if you are a high-earning streamer, then it makes sense, because then you get these really nice high-rises with great internet. And,
and
white
a lot of people
marble floors.
there was a lot of office spaces that were affordable and stuff, but then it was like the housing, living there. We found cheaper housing in LA. It blew my mind. Whatever, though. Whatever. But no, man, like, it was fun doing a show with you. It was a good time. It was a good time. I have fond and not so fond memories of doing that show with you all. The amount of times I'd be in the middle of something, a story, and I would realize that you guys had found a way to pigeonhole me into... The second it became canon, and it was official, I could just see all of your wheels turning of like, how much can we drive Zac crazy? And at what point can we make Zac be in trouble?
You put a lot of very smart people in the
Very
room.
funny people.
And people who like know how to challenge puzzles and like people. I'm going to tell you, it's people who learned how to cheat on tests in high school. That's you put a bunch of us in a room together and presented us with some comic book puzzles, and we were like, oh nah, man, I'm just gonna fix everything for you. It was good, man.
Yeah, people still often talk about the stripper episode where you guys were just supposed to infiltrate some data from a military base and track this person down to a strip club, and at the time you all had this special tech that allowed you to kind of have a holographic image on top of you to make people see someone else. And instead of just going in and getting the data, it was, we're all going to go in and be strippers and perform. And it was a highlight of my career, tabletop RPG moment of having people live improv stripping on my set.
It was great. Johnny and his chair spin. Oh my God, there's a gif of that.
No, I'm aware. I'm aware.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, people still talk about it. I'm like, great, thanks. I'm glad of all the things we've done. These are the things you remember. This is how you remember the legacy of that show and the story I worked so hard on. Is like, hey, you guys remember when Johnny stripped and. Cool.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for
great.
doing
I
all
love
these
it.
amazing things for us.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Well, I would say like sitting next to like this table of talent, very talented people. Like everyone had this huge resume of like all these amazing things they've done, and I'm like sitting there being like, I like to cosplay.
If he's doing a show for Twitch/TBS now.
Oh, wow.
Danny Fernandez has a show that just got picked up for TV.
Yeah, HBO, I think, right?
So I
Or
can't
something
remember.
crazy?
She's doing amazing work. She had a couple scripts picked up.
She was also on Disney's Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Breaks the Internet. She was
Daniel
an actual
Radford's still killing it
character.
at Screen Junkies, and I don't know what the fuck Johnny's doing, but he's probably doing something cool.
Yeah, dude. Like, well, remember Lucio O's came out? That was dope. He has a cereal with his voice on it. And I'm just doing cosplay.
You're doing the show.
I'm doing Stella Transforms.
You invited me to be on your show.
Yeah, it's just like our lives have changed so much in the last 2 years, I would say.
That was only 2 years ago.
I know, it's been 2 years. It feels like longer.
a lifetime.
Yeah.
Because we've moved studios since then. We've launched and shut down probably 20 shows since then.
Wow. What are the current running shows right now?
Well, I would be in trouble if I didn't talk about Kolok. Which Kolok is a show that I like GM and produce and direct and all that stuff, and it's kind of become a full-time job because it's super involved. It's wild. It's a Twin Peaks meets Stranger Things RPG, and we've built a fake town in the year 1991 in the Pacific Northwest, and the chat room fills out that town. So we have a Discord server with about 600 people or so, like
Wow.
that have all signed up to be like towns members of the town of Kolok, Washington.
And so they get to participate in the RP, basically.
In a way, like if the characters are going to a certain location, I can look at our town census and see, well, this character by this chat room member works at this place. But we've also done stuff like we had a fake council meeting with 40 RPers in a room, all playing chat room created like people. But we also do like live VFX with face tracking. We do a lot of we have a custom score for the whole show, and it pushes the tech we have to the absolute max. Like last week we just did one where it's like they were in the middle of a thunderstorm and I had lightning machines and everything else.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And it's all live, so it's absolutely wild that we were able to pull it off every week. But my sanity be damned, because it has aged me so much in the last year. But it's the thing I've done that I'm most proud of in my probably whole life, because it's like really pushing me creatively to every week be like, how are we up in the ante this week? What are we doing? The audience expects something really cool.
So
What are we doing?
You basically have to research new technology and basically
All the
invent
time.
new technology.
We have that too, yeah. And we've done some really crazy stuff that's just... One of my favorite things we ever did was this like live drug scene mixed reality with VFX tracking, where we had all these different layers like playing out on top of each other. I have a voice change. So in front of me at my GM table now, I've come so far from when I did it for you guys, where I was just standing
on one
and
laptop.
telling a story. Now it's like I've got a voice changer with presets and a foot pedal, and then I've got a software set up where all of our custom songs that we've had created, I can control all the music. And then I have a stream deck, which I can control the lighting on while I'm GMing to get all the lighting exactly where I need it and how. And then I have a computer set up with NDI output going to TVs on the set that I can put subliminal messages for the chat room in the background and stuff that the players can't see.
So what's crazy about this is that you are also GMing at the same time as like doing this 4D DJ maneuver.
I like it because it makes it feel like I'm back in like band or something, you know, and it's like conducting and like it feels. What I like about it is it really helps me control tone. And tone for me as a storyteller is, I think, one of the most important things. It's the thing I get most excited about when I'm watching movies or TV shows. It's like, what's the overall tone and feeling? And we had just started playing with tone a little bit with you all back in the day, and now really trying to like expand that and say, like, if you're at my table, how do I make you so scared you're about to cry? And before show,
just look at me long enough and it might.
Know, right? But before show, like looking at you and saying, you know, okay, we're gonna try this tonight. It might get really crazy. What are some ideas you have coming back? But I want to put you as a performer in a crazy position where you feel as an actor, you have every tool you need to take it as far as you can. So that's why we're using headsets now, so you can hear every sound effect. You can like, and all the lighting effects are gonna mess with you too. So there's no distractions. I know, like when we were doing our show, you know, there's a kitchen in the back, and if people are walking in, you could see them.
The worst thing you can do for me as a person playing an RP is give me a piece of paper and a pencil, because all I do is start drawing. And that looks terrible on camera because I'm just like this the whole time.
Peter
Sidarso,
Sidarso on Power Rangers was the exact same way.
Yeah.
You would think he wasn't paying attention, but at the end of the show, he'd be like, I drew myself again fighting this monster. And
it's like, what? So do you have any input, Peter? I have a drawing of the monster in me, and this is when I stab him in the head.
He was great. He was great. He was absolutely great. But no, we're really trying. We're really trying to, like, I've been doing this for so long now. Our thought is always, what's next? What's the next really cool thing? And it's going to be me stealing this wall.
Yes, I know. This
And
wall,
it's not going to be here tomorrow, and I'm sorry. I'm taking every little piece.
It doesn't belong to me, so you can do whatever. So what you see behind us, guys, for all of the new people tuning in, this is an actual LCD, I don't know what's the word for it, LED wall. This is not a green screen. Everything that's happening right here is literally happening. There's no post effects happening.
Green on it.
Yeah, you couldn't like even.
I can wear green.
Yeah, we can wear any color we want. It won't mess it up.
And
so,
it's crisp.
yeah, look at that.
It's crisp.
It's so great.
I'm telling you, what I want to do is I want to do an RPG. I want to do an RPG where I can have all these things loaded up into my stream deck.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you go into this place, you know, like you go down a tunnel inside of this cavernous place, and you walk outside, and you're in this long,
And
long,
then there's
it's
a
like,
ghost.
And then all of a sudden, no, I still do shit like that.
Oh my God, really?
Last week we had a person sitting on set without telling the actors, and when we turned off all the lights, we had someone on set with a bloody shirt just standing in the background.
Oh, fun.
We have so much fun with it.
Fun. No, please don't do that to me. That sounds terrible.
Really fun.
Don't do that ever. Oh my God. I would probably like, I would probably faint. I think
Yeah. I want this so bad though. This is my next big investment somehow for all the people out there watching with money in the world. Yes. Not me. With other people. That's what I want next. So I could be like, you are in this place, and then flip a switch and, because I imagine as a performer, when you're trying to get in that headspace, if you feel like you're really there, you're gonna be able to perform better.
As a cosplayer, well, as like whenever people come onto this set and I put a costume on them, and I'm like, okay, and now we're in the forest, and they can just get into it because they think about the character that they're becoming, and it's so easy to like feel and see where they are. Yeah. Martin, can you get us some napkins? This cinnamon sugar shit stuff.
It's insane,
it's
but it's
everywhere.
so good.
It's everywhere.
I'm loving it.
I can't get it off my hands. My hands are so sugary sweet now.
This is so good.
Oh my.
So, for the future of RP and streaming, is there scalability for the future? Where can it go in the future? Because right now,
It already is.
I want it to be bigger.
Right, and the issue is those people aren't calling me. That's the issue. It is going to be already because Critical Role blew up.
Yes.
Wet, dry.
Thank you.
And the thing is, because after bringing Critical Role to air, I left a year later to do this to do my own network. So I'm not going to be the person they call, which is fine. I'm going to have to like remake something that big, and get them to start hitting us up. But there are already like, I'm not supposed to know these things, but there are already companies that are being like, CW is going to do a TTRPG thing. DC, I should stop talking. But there are other people who are going to be doing these things that they should be calling us. But they don't know because this space is so unique and different. I think a lot of people are like, yeah, this thing's blowing up. We should do that. And they don't realize there's people out there that have been doing it for 6 to 7 years and already have the trials and tribulations of how to do it really well. Because how would you know? It's not like people go on LinkedIn and be like, TTRPG, live streaming,
I can tell you
advanced
how to do
technology.
You're going to hate it so much. You have to go to these parties all around LA, and you have to find some guy. That his name's probably Dimitri, and he's a producer / agent / manager, and you're going to have to pitch yourself.
Here's a better idea. I'll give you my card, and you can do it for me.
And I'll go,
I'm not going to do it.
Yo, man, that's actually one of the hardest things for streamers is that streamers are at home.
You can't leave.
Most of the time. Yeah, you can't leave. And because of that, their ability to grow becomes very limited, and it's...
My channel's streaming right now.
I hope you have 2 tabs open, guys.
They do. I know they do. You can't, like, you always have to be... You always have to be streaming. So how do you make those connections? How do you continue growing your brand and doing those things? You usually need somebody out there fighting for you.
Yes.
But then people have to take what we're doing serious enough to be, and we're getting there. We're getting there. All it's going to take is a couple more things to come out, hit the mainstream, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, I know what you're doing. Totally. But it has to be recognizable. You can't be so, we're so niche that the amount of education it takes to make someone understand the model, it's a lot.
It's happening at a time where a lot of the people who are fans are becoming executives. So I'm hoping in the next 5 years, the turnover of like the people the millennials who understand us are going to be in positions of power, I guess, and be able to make our dreams come true in a bigger way. Oh,
it's gonna happen.
Please.
It's gonna
please,
happen.
all you people out there with a dream, please go do a job for us so that we can go.
I mean, you're doing
elevate us too.
Look at this set.
Dude, this is amazing.
You're doing it.
So Stella Transforms has been going for almost a year and a half now. I've transformed so many different people. I've learned a lot. Oh, thank you guys.
It's impressive. No, you deserve a round because you convinced someone to go for your crazy idea.
So, I mean, it wasn't even my idea. It was actually people at Caffeine who were just like, go do this. And
I wasn't going to give you credit. You should have just taken it.
No, I will never. I'm so bad at I cannot take credit. I feel so... it's just... And I've, like, discovered this love for, like, making other people feel cool and badass and beautiful. And, I want to, like, kind of... I want to keep doing it. It's like I spent so many years being like, look at me, I'm this pretty cosplayer. But then I feel like...
Is that how it always is? That?
And then I don't know. I guess like eventually I kind of realized like that doesn't really serve like a higher purpose in myself.
Can I say I'm proud of you? Because I've watched over the years you make that transformation to now I see you doing crazy stuff where you're like working from home nonstop, building your stuff. Like you taught yourself all these programs.
Yes.
Like that shit's
I
intense.
3D printed a sword this past weekend.
No, it's killer.
Cool.
It's killer. I have so much respect for makers and doers, and I'm like, if you're not a maker or a doer, it's like, well, it's like in this space, it's like you're gonna get left behind. Like you got to be ready to like go.
Yeah.
I've watched you grow, and it's been awesome to watch you grow.
It's been a lot of fun and madness.
I know, right?
Oh man. So one of the coolest things you did also in the last few years that we always talk about a lot is you actually spent your honeymoon streaming in Thailand.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk more about that.
I did. We got in kind of early on the IRL streaming, and we still do. But now we do it a little bit more at a corporate level. Like we get hired to help other people, which is where we kind of want to be. Because I don't really like being on camera. But it was really cool. Malika and I met on Twitch, and then we live streamed our wedding and then our honeymoon. And at first, there were times when we were like, is this weird? Is this going to be weird? But at this point, we've been doing this for so long. Like, the people who are watching and who are there for that feel like closer friends than a lot of people I work with. because we meet them at cons, we hang out, we play games together. So I'm glad that we did it. And it also meant family didn't have to fly out and we didn't have to pay for them to be there and they could just watch the live stream from home.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah. And the live streaming from Thailand was really fun. And I want to go back and not stream, but I'm glad the first time I went, we did it as a stream. We were there for 2 weeks and we streamed every day. And, you know, we had a great setup. I was able to put together a really cool setup, and we were like live streaming in the wild jungle with elephants and stuff, and it was so cool. But I'm glad we did it because it motivated me to do more. And had I been there, I'm not a lazy person by any means, but I wouldn't have done as much. I wouldn't have tried as many new foods. I wouldn't have tried as many cool new things without that extra pressure of like, well, we got to make this entertaining. Yeah, I'll eat those squid ovaries.
Oh my gosh.
You know? And then in hindsight, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. The beetle's ass, not so much. I didn't like that. They made me eat the ass out of a beetle, and that was weird. That was the only thing in Thailand I was like, nah.
But you ate it?
I ate it.
Wait, describe it.
So the bottom part of the giant back end of this bug was supposed to be like your bowl part, you know? And you just bite into the top part and then scoop it out with your teeth.
Ooh.
And it's just all the meaty ass part of this bug. And it tastes exactly what you think a giant bug's ass would taste like. It was just not pleasant at all.
I'm imagining crunchy and really gooey at the same time.
Gooey and dirt and like dirt. It tasted very much like dirt. You know, like as you're eating it, you're like, yes, this will survive the nuclear apocalypse. It tasted like that.
And
a lot of other really good stuff.
Did they spice it up or anything? Did they add stuff to it to make it more
Not
palatable?
just kind of fired, cooked, and here you go. At least it was cooked.
Yeah.
I will say at least it was cooked, so I know it wasn't going to make me like sick or anything.
I think that land bugs taste similar to ocean bugs, but is that not the case?
Not the case at all.
Ooh,
not the case at all. The
gross,
water
full
really
of
adds
gross.
some extra flavor there. Certain things, I've eaten a lot of weird stuff in my life, and that's one of the weirdest because the textures were just stuff I'd never, ever seen. I actually think, I'm being told to answer my phone. She's probably maybe not being let in by security.
Oh, shoots.
With the axe. Let me see.
Yeah. Do we need Martin to go do the thing?
Let me check here.
If Martin can run down there.
Here, do you want to give the phone to Martin?
Yes, I will. Here.
Hey, look, everyone, it's Martin Wong.
Here, I'll at least do the handoff.
Actually, I have 4
I'm gonna hand you off to Martin.
Hi, I am D. Martin.
He is the Martin. You might. Okay, so Martin's great. He's been on every single one of our streams. Everything's falling out of my pockets right now. Okay.
I will also say the funny thing is streaming from Thailand was more stable than streaming from Los Angeles.
You know, you've told me that when I wanted to stream. Okay, so I go to Zac a lot for streaming questions, streaming troubleshooting, like all of the time. And I asked him, oh, dude, I want to start like live streaming, especially from conventions or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then like he was just like,
Here's the hard truth.
And then he told me basically how it went. But then he also lent me a bunch of like really great gear.
Yeah.
So that was super helpful. But also, yeah, all of the things you said were true. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
Made
I mean,
me
you're
so
almost better off
sad.
just streaming from your phone at a convention because the signal that you're going to get from that full backpack. It also depends on the convention. A lot of conventions will like secretly mess with your data plan, so you'll pay for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you know that sucks. So that and like. I find that even if I did stream from a convention, unless I had a specific shtick, there was no good reason for people to watch. Like
We
if I was
only do it
pranking
now
people-
if we're being paid because it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Like-
It's a lot to handle.
Yeah, so that's why, I don't know, streaming has always been new for me, and no matter how many times I do it, it always feels new. It always feels weird. Technologically wise, it's always like a for me. But yeah, whenever I have like a team, you guys, and then your entire HyperRPG team is
Yeah.
like, oh man, great, you guys
You just show
gotta
up.
fix the thing.
Yeah, show up and let us deal with all the stress.
And you make it work with on a shoestring budget, is what they say. And with creative thinking, I like that comment right there, Megalo Blaze. Thank you so much. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like you.
Sadly, I don't want it to be that way. Like that's not a goal. I would love a budget.
Oh man.
I want a budget. I want this wall.
No. What are
Really
some
bad.
other wish list items that you wish you had?
More space.
More space.
Just space. We're still like living where we work. You know, like I live in my studio, so space. You know, and we have a decent sized setup. It's bigger than this room, you know, but that's not enough for 40 hours of content a week. So just more space would be great. And this wall.
This wall. He's really pushing for the wall.
We've had entire conversations at our company about this kind of wall, because Kind of Funny Games has one too, and their pixel density isn't as good as yours, but I also know that this is probably 100 times more
Yes.
costly.
The more pixels,
it's so good.
The more expensive.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. I wish that things like this were something that you could just put together at home, because I'm all about like the DIY maker
No, you
thing.
can. I've looked into that too.
You want to solder all of the LEDs
You could.
together?
You could build this. You could build this. I've found the cheapest option is using parts out of China and putting them all together. And I've looked into this. It's still tens of thousands of dollars, even when you're building it yourself. It's very costly. When I was saying the price, I knew it could be built for. That's what I was saying. Is it me doing it myself?
Gosh.
Like you said, I think each one of these panels is like. I'm not going to say it on camera.
But what's stopping you from doing green screen? Like, why don't you do green screen?
Well, it's not clean enough.
Yeah.
It's not clean enough. And, you know, I am a stickler for things looking very professional and just like super like legit. And we've done green screen stuff. Often if I'm going to do green screen on a live production, I'll find a way to make it black and white too, just to cover up the imperfections a little bit more. And we've done it without. But they're still like, it's not good enough for me because the live keying software, honestly, you know what's better?
What?
Just like find a friend who's got a 75-inch LED TV that's 4K. We've done this before.
Yeah.
Find a 4K TV and put it behind your talent, and it looks. We've had clients come back to us and be like, "Your guys' keying is like really good," and we're like, "It's not a key. But we're not gonna tell you that."
That's what people say about this.
Yeah.
They don't believe that it's green. That's not green screen.
Just use a 4K TV, put them behind your talent, but it's got to be
Makes
pretty
sense.
big, and you need to use a long lens, and you have enough space to get far enough away that you can compress that space. So.
Ugh. Okay. Yeah. Nah. I mean, it's cheaper option for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's cleaner, and it looks better.
And I guess if you did like a Black Friday deal of like 10 TVs together.
I don't know if you remember when we first started doing the Valiant show, we used to have a big 4K TV behind us with the Valiant logo.
I remember.
And then Rai broke our TV.
How?
He tightened a clamp down on top of it, and
Oh no.
all the way down. It was a $4,500 TV.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of our big investments.
Oh, whoopsies. Full of whoopsies.
Great employee. He's a great employee, though.
Oh, cute. All right.
This is why we have insurance.
Yep.
Yeah, that helps too.
Yep.
Damn. All right, so we're actually going to move on to the next segment of the show, which is where I put makeup on your face. So you can eat as much of this churro as you want right now.
Let me get through this. Let me get through it.
Yeah, and then I'm going to just put lots of product on your face. But we're going to take a very short, like 3-minute break so that we can shift things a little bit. So everyone go take your pee break.
Pee break.
I'm looking at you as you take your pee break right now. They'll change. They have a TriCast. It's fancy. Hello again. Okay, yes, we're here. Wow, look at that camera swinging around. You see all of us, sort of. There's actually more people in the studio than you think. It's not just me and Zach and Martin, but there's also Malika. So, surprise! She came here because Zach forgot his axe.
Oh, be careful!
Yeah, so this is a sharp object.
It's a real one. It's not foam.
Yeah.
That's real.
Now
Yeah,
you can
you
see
could have
the-
told me to make you an axe. I would have, but you told me you had
But
one.
this
You
was
should have
an
asked.
official. Valiant gave this to me when we were doing the RPG because they knew that Wrath of the Eternal Warrior is one of my favorite comic books. It's so good, and I always was talking up how good that comic book is, and they were like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
You were like, ooh,
I could hurt someone with that.
I mean, yeah. Here, Martin, I'm going to give it to the most safe person in the room. This is going to be a mistake. I'm going to turn around and there's going to be real blood involved. I'm sure of it.
And it's actually, yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
Okay.
I've never felt so self-conscious transporting a prop before. Because I had to take a lift, and I'm like, this person doesn't know me. And I was sort of aware, so I hid it underneath the coat. But then I was like, this is more like,
It's more weird that you got in a car hiding it and then said, "I have to show you something."
Did you?
Yeah. So, no, well, it wasn't quite like that. So they pulled up, and I was like, you're my lift. And then I opened the passenger side door. I put it down. And I was like, I have to show you something, but I hadn't sit yet. And then I unveiled the axe, and I said, I know it looks scary. It's a prop. It's not real. Can I put this in the trunk? We have to go drop it off for a shoot.
So I also like how you announce to them, like
You could have optionally
"You are my lift."
not.
Not like, are you my lift or are you my driver? Like, you're my victim. You are my lift. now.
Wow,
I'm showing you
oh my
something
god, this
perfect.
guy must be like, yeah, she's gonna kill me. There's an
Well,
axe murderer in my car.
The rest of the drive was he told me about how he had found God, and like maybe this is how I could find God too. He's very
Cool.
sweet.
You opened the door.
Yeah, he was like trying to save me, I think.
Yep. He knew you were into some weird
Yeah.
stuff.
It was probably like, oh, maybe she's one of those weird sex people.
It's a ritual.
Yeah, but you should have told him it's for a ritual, for an occult event.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Or
wow.
not. Or you could just have it out when you walk up and you're like, hey, this is, okay, cool.
It's just my axe. I bring it everywhere with me. This is
Yes.
Yeah, it's my safety
yeah.
axe. Yeah.
Talks to
Things,
me.
things are scary out
tells
there.
me that the world needs to be changed. It can only be saved by me. Yep.
Sacrificing. Are you a virgin? Oh no. All right, maybe tomorrow.
So I heard he was in the middle of transformation. What's going on?
We're
here?
gonna start actually just now. You came in perfect timing. We just finished our little mukbang.
Malika, you don't have to be a producer right now.
So if you would like some churros, there's like that piece of churro left. Unless he wants it. I don't know.
No.
His first churro.
I've had enough sugar. I'm
He was
good.
so happy. Okay, so I have a reference image for Eternal Warrior. I'm going to show it in the camera right over here. And this is the look that we're going to be going for. All of the blood. Yep, look at that. All that blood.
Oh.
So it's going to be very interesting. Actually, I did like the tiniest bit of research about Eternal Warrior because I wanted you to teach me about him and tell me about what Eternal Warrior is about. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's eternal. He's part of a 3-brother team. So there's these books in Valiant. Ivar the Time Walker. You remember Archer and Armstrong by any chance?
Yes, I do.
Armstrong and Gilad, the Eternal Warrior, they're all brothers. It's these 3 brothers. And way back when, thousands of years ago, they found a place called the Faraway. You remember the Faraway, probably. You had a lot of adventures there. You remember. When things got really weird and there were like the troll army and dinosaurs and things like
Yeah.
that was the Faraway.
Yeah, that was weird.
And
And like
they-
things that happened in there wasn't canon, but kind of canon.
Yeah, we could get away with more because it's a weird place. So in the Faraway, Gilad died, and Ivar, the oldest brother, felt so responsible. He had found this thing called the boon inside the Faraway, and he brought it back, and he started this boon up, and it ended up killing the entire country except for those 3 brothers, and it brought Gilad back to life. And they now are all basically immortal.
And this happened in what year? Because I think that's pretty important.
Thousands of years ago. It's
Yeah.
like Mesopotamia or something, like the beginning of human civilization.
Yeah.
Way back when. And upon his rebirth, he became a warrior for the earth. So, and he has a real up and down relationship with the earth. You know, sometimes he's really into helping it out, and other times he's a little pissed off that the earth keeps putting him in this position.
Is it like because the Earth has decided that he is the Earth's warrior now?
Kind of like upon
Protector.
his like being brought back to life, he is now like Earth's. Well, there's these characters in Valiant Comics known as the Geomancer, and there's always one Geomancer who's kind of like the sorcerer that protects the Earth from bad things, like bad sorcerers from the dead side or bad things that could hurt the planet. And the Geomancer needs a protector, a bodyguard basically.
Yeah.
And that is the Eternal Warrior's job. That's their official job, is to be the bodyguard for the Geomancer. But over time, you know, he doesn't always have to be doing that. If there's not a Geomancer currently around or he doesn't know who it is, he might be helping out with other big team-ups and getting hired and all that kind of stuff. When the big relaunch of Valiant happened in 2012, he kind of first showed up in Archer and Armstrong with a different costume and a different look. Wasn't as sold on it. I don't think a lot of people were, but then they really refined it, brought it back. Greg Pak did a run for a while, and then Robert Venditti did one, The Wrath of the Eternal Warrior, that is just, I think, one of the best comic books of like the last 5-6 years.
And
it's
then
amazing.
What's the plot of the Wrath? Because you said the Wrath one is your favorite one.
Oh my gosh, it's deep. It goes a lot of places. He goes to hell
Ooh.
and fights a bunch of demons, goes to the dead side, fights a bunch of demons. The Geomancer's in there too, but it deals a lot with all of the different, his children, because he's immortal. And every time he dies and he goes to the afterlife, because he can die, but he gets brought back every time. The Earth brings him back.
Oh wow. Okay.
And he kind of hates it.
Wait. So does he die because of his battles?
Yeah. Like he'll get killed in battle, and he kind of hates it because every time he dies, and the book does a great job of this. You keep seeing him like he wants to die in some ways because in death he gets to be with his family.
Oh my God! Wait, so does he actually ever get to see his family in death?
Every time. So the book is always like him with his son and his wife and all these other kids that he's had, but he always has to get called back and he has to go on that journey.
That sucks.
And it's like this great father-son book because he keeps having to leave, and his son's dead in the afterlife, but he keeps leaving the afterlife.
And how old is his son? Is he like an adult or a little
child? He's like
child?
14.
Oh
so
my
he's
gosh.
at that age where he's like,
Daddy, please stop leaving.
And then the son betrays him and
Wait,
then
what?
regrets it and everything else. And then there's and then one of my favorite runs in this book is like there's this whole labyrinth kind of thing where the architect, this creator, makes this labyrinth to test all the different ways the Eternal Warrior can die. They're trying to learn how he's immortal. And so it's like this awesome book where it's just like all the thousands of different ways he gets killed in this labyrinth and then brought back and then gets mutilated and then brought back and then mutilated and brought
This
back.
would be a great video game.
Yeah.
In fact.
It's really cool. The book's
Wow.
amazing. The art in the book is unreal. David Aja does a lot of it, who did the Hawkeye run for Marvel way back when with Matt Fraction.
Mm-hmm.
So the art is just phenomenal. And I love that book. It's great.
Damn.
It was that book that made him one of my favorite characters in Valiant. Before that, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, he's this like grizzly dude, and but that book really rounded him out and made him a really great character.
I mean, wasn't there something with his daughter or daughters or something like? Because I was reading the Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, well, one of his daughters ends up killing one of his sons. Like one of his daughters becomes like one of the key bad guys in Valiant because she's tapped into some of his immortality and like murders one of his favorite sons, and it's a long history. The great thing about him as a character is they get to do all sorts of stories, kind of like Marvel with Wolverine. Well, they'll do stories with him from thousands of years ago and then thousands of years from now.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Where could he be? What kind of story could he be in? Because he's kind of immortal. So
I did see that he had some like Japanese covers. So does he have like a storyline going on in Japan at some point?
I don't remember. It's been a couple years now since I read all the Valiant stuff for research, but that could have just been Valiant putting out Japanese trades and variant covers.
Yeah,
but I think Wrath of the Eternal Warrior might be on Comixology Unlimited right now.
There's this really great cover I saw where it was a split 4-quadrant where you could see the different places he's been in his life. There was like a medieval, there was like rural, and then like future. So this costume specifically, what period of time is that? It's
from the Wrath of the Eternal Warrior run. And that's kind of like his modern look that's been used after the 2012 introduction in Archer and Armstrong. The next time we see the Eternal Warrior is when Unity is starting, which was their kind of Avengers book. And Toyo Harada, who's one of my favorite villains ever.
Toyo Harada, my guy.
He hires the Eternal Warrior to help take down Arik Exo Manowar, because he sees Exo Manowar as a giant threat to the planet, and convinces the Eternal Warrior that Eric is a threat and needs to be taken care of. But Eternal Warrior and, Exo Manowar become good buds. Because they're both from ancient times.
All right, so this smells really strong. This is Rigid Collagen, and what it's going to do is going to make this scar look pretty legit. It's going to glue your skin kind of like in a pinched way.
Okay.
That's going to look like a cool scar. So, yeah. I like this stuff. This stuff is pretty easy to use. And like I said, I hope you have makeup remover at home because
we do.
You're going to need it.
I am going to go see a movie tonight, though, and I don't know if we'll have time to do it, so I might just go to...
Which movie are you going to go see?
Birds of Prey.
oh, okay, someone will just think you're cosplaying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll be like, oh, what character?
Somebody's be like, you dick,
And
that's
then
not DC.
No, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna ask you, what cosplay is this? Like, what character are you dressed up on? And you're like, I'm dressed up as Eternal Warrior.
Yeah. It's really fun.
And then
to
they'll
go,
be like, oh, cool, I read that comic.
Yeah.
They walk away because they won't know.
Probably one of the nerdy, douchey things, the douchiest nerd things you could do is go to a movie premiere dressed in cosplay of a different franchise. That's like super douchey.
Yeah. Nice.
Now I want to always do that. Like, just go to movies. Next Marvel movie, go,
It's Batman.
Yeah, go as Batman.
Go as Batman. That sounds
Yeah.
about right to me.
Guy dressed as Spock at the Star Wars premiere.
Yeah,
Hey!
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Up and down the aisle, giving the finger.
Oh
Right.
my god!
I was like, this is
The
awesome.
wrong finger. He should have been given this.
Exactly.
All right, let's see if this is.
I do feel kind of dumb that I didn't like, because I know you gotta like think about like, ooh, what are people gonna be excited to see? What's timely? What'll do well on social media?
Should have done Bloodshot.
Bloodshot or something from Lock and Key because it drops tomorrow.
Ooh.
It drops tonight.
Wait, what's Lock and Key?
It's one of my favorite comic books. It's a horror comic book from the son of Stephen King, Joe Hill.
Oh.
And it comes out on Netflix tonight at midnight, and I will be probably pulling an all-nighter. Sorry, Malika.
Damn.
It's all right. I got bookkeeping to keep up with. Taxes is due in a couple months.
Yeah.
Countdown has started.
And I was like,
Yikes.
oh, I should have picked Dodge from Lock and Key or something. Ah, my bad.
I mean, I kind of wanted you to be. You wanted to be Vegeta at one point. Oh my god, that
I
would
left
be
it up to
so
the chat.
cool.
In typical community fashion, I let them vote, and the chat voted for Eternal Warrior, so.
You guys messed up. You could have been in spandex right now.
Oh, man, what a bummer.
Yeah. Also, okay, so there's this thing that you have to wear when you're wearing like a full spandex suit. It's called a dancer's belt. And it's
I'm
basically a
aware.
fancy jock strap that's also a thong for guys. It's fun
Yeah.
when guys are just walking around like, you like this.
Honestly, Zach should probably wear those more often.
I don't know what you're trying to say right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know
Wife
where you're
knows what she
what are you
wants.
leading into?
What colors
What
would
are
you
you like?
Theme.
There's no punchline.
All right, how's this side doing? This side's not doing bad. This looks
So,
pretty
Is he
cool.
kind of like a dad who's always on an away trip? That's what it is?
Yeah, I mean that's why I thought this would be good too, because I've been working on my dad bod, and this is basically the eternal dad bod. That's like he's just eternal dad, and he's always a bad dad too, because his family's always dead
They're
in the afterlife.
always
and he has
dead.
He has to
That's
leave
like
him.
Goku, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, well, he does seem like he's upset about it, whereas Goku, I don't think has any reservations at all about
God.
leaving his family.
Goku doesn't give two shits about his poor family. Gohan, I'm surprised he doesn't have worse daddy issues and is like a great dad to his daughter.
You know, say what you want about Vegeta, he's a better dad.
Oh, definitely.
Such a better dad.
Have you had Iffy Wadiway on here yet?
Not yet. I think that would be really cool to have him on here because he's
he-
always wanted to be Doomfist, and I promised him 2 years ago he was going to be Doomfist. I don't think I can make that. It's so big.
I mean, he definitely has thoughts on Goku being a dad. He'll argue that he's a good dad.
No,
What?
no. Goku's a terrible dad.
Who would say that?
Yeah, Gohan was abandoned to an uncle who was his dad's enemy.
Yeah.
Like,
Piccolo was amazing as a dad.
Piccolo was amazing. He was the best dad.
yeah.
Yeah, so the things we voted on were like Shinji from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Why would you dress up as him? Ultimate crybaby.
I know
Yeah.
you hate that character. That's partly why I suggested it.
I hate him.
I was like, I think my exact words were I could be that whiny little bitch Shinji. Oh, the cursing thing.
I mean, that it's.
Is it actually
How-
a curse word now? I don't know. I keep seeing it in like TV show and stuff like that. There's some word I feel like it does not curse word anymore.
I don't know. We could test it out. Let's go to a grade school and see what gets you in trouble.
What's up, a little bit?
Yeah.
How do you deal with somebody who has such oily skin as Zach with makeup? I'm actually really curious.
What? He doesn't have oily skin.
Oh, I totally have oily skin, but I washed my face with Dial before I came, so.
He washes
dialed
his
it
face
down.
with dial soap every day.
I know.
Because my skin gets so oily, it makes my eyes burn.
What?
If I don't wash my face with Dial, the oil gets so thick on my eyes, it makes my eyes
Okay,
burn.
you have a overactive skin barrier that needs to be balanced. That's basically it. So
I think I'm doing okay.
instead of using dial soap, you can use like a pH balancing thing.
I've tried this before.
So CosRX makes a really great pH balancing face wash. I highly recommend it. It's only like $14 on Amazon. So all of you guys out there, it's a real, and if you don't want to use that, you can go to CVS and you can buy CeraVe's face wash. CeraVe has a fantastic face wash. It's really cheap. Talking to you guys too. But if you want to use your dial soap, you fucking use your dial soap. But anything that is skincare related takes 2 weeks to take an effect. So if you have to, do it for at least 2 weeks.
But if I just wash my face in the morning, the oil's not a problem. So I just gotta remember to wash my face, and we're fine.
I don't know.
That's how it works, right?
Dial soap does not sound like. I mean, antibacterial is fine, but
I will say, I used to have acne so bad they put me on medication for it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then I finally went to this doctor who was like, I think you just got overactive bacteria. Use dial soap. It'll clear your acne right up. And it did.
yeah. But now you're an adult with different biome on your face.
Yeah. And I don't have acne anymore.
Yeah, but it's, okay, it doesn't
It
matter.
You don't need
It
dial
worked, yeah.
soap.
Okay, but listen, Lalika, the thing is, we can tell him anything he wants, but he looks good. He looks good. Like, his face, the oil is actually good. It means that it's
Yeah.
moisturizing, so he
Right.
will have reduced wrinkles. Dry face is what you really should be worried about. So,
Yeah.
that, it's fine if he gets really overactively oiled, and you can just powder that down. It's fine. I have really greasy skin, not because of overactive oils. It's because I have so much skincare stuff all over my face. I just let it just marinate, and it's going to be fine. In 70 years, I'm going to look like this, and I'll be fine. But you guys have to deal with a shiny
Oh,
forehead.
I'm fully aware that any day now, I'm going to age 20 years overnight. That's
like
going to
one day,
happen.
boom.
Yeah, I'm going to wake up and I'll be like, okay, that's where we're at now.
Oh, man. All
And
right.
Malika will look 25 for the
Well,
rest
but
of her
I
life.
also the same way. I like embalm myself every night.
She does
Yeah.
every night. I wake up in the middle of the night and she's like reflecting off moonlight, just glowing.
Glow. That's a nice way to describe your wife. I mean, like, why not?
Scary as hell.
Oh, what? Glowing?
Yeah, when you
Glowing
wake
sounds
up and
cool.
you
Okay,
look
fine.
over and it looks like some sort of horror creature that's got all the moonlight reflecting off their face.
Oh my gosh.
And then if I'm like Malika and she looks over, it's like,
Well, that's
terrifying.
not as scary as the whole like I tape my mouth shut.
she does tape her mouth shut at night.
What? What? Why? Explain.
Because I'm a mouth breather.
Oh, wait, but can you breathe through your nose at least? Okay.
Well, when you tape your mouth shut, your body is like, I'll switch over to the other mode.
Jeff. I know you're watching, honey.
Yeah, it's super
How do you
cool.
tape your mouth shut?
I use
Tape.
special mouth tape that's designed for mouth breathers.
Jeff.
Oh, wow.
Have that
I'm
and
sorry,
go
Jeff.
Going a lift of it. Then
I'm
it will
sorry,
really
Jeff.
come to
Okay.
sexting.
All right, do you want to hear how sexy I am when I go to sleep? All right, so like usually I have a hair clip. Oh, perfect. I have a hair clip here. So I go to sleep. Everyone can imagine this now. I got a hair clip that goes in my hair. I have a mouth guard that's in my mouth. So when I talk to Jeff, I talk like this, and I'm like, "All right, honey, good night. Give me some sugar." It's very sexy. It's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
beautiful. It's
Malika will
majestic.
tape her mouth shut. She'll put all this shiny stuff on her face, and it's straight out of a horror movie when I wake up in the middle of the night. Between her and our dog that likes to creep me out, because we have a Shiba who, like, Shibas do this thing where they look past you instead of at you. They, like, stare through your soul.
Oh.
And our dog's really, like, big on, like, just... He's learned that Malika's a heavy sleeper and I'm a really light sleeper. So if he needs to get up or go somewhere in the middle of the night, he doesn't even bother with Malika. So he'll like tap things with his foot next to the bed, or he'll like open the door. He can open our door. So he'll just open the door because he knows it'll wake me up. And I'll wake up to the dog just standing in the shadow dark, like staring right through me.
At least you know it's
And
not
I'll
gonna
be
ghost.
like, Kaiju, Kaiju. And he won't move. He'll just sit there.
You name a dog kaiju?
Yeah, we did.
That was my idea.
He's such a good dog.
So I'm constantly surrounded by night terrors and horror, and people wonder why I am the way I am.
Well, he also bats the blinds to wake
Yeah,
you
he'll
up.
hit the blinds and be like, wake up, asshole.
Oh my gosh.
Why
You
do
don't
have
need a
dog at
cat.
that point?
You guys really don't need a cat.
No.
Like, you just have the beautiful dog. Wonderful Kaiju. I love Kaiju. Every time I come over, he's like, oh, Kaiju, hold me.
Correct, penguin kaiju does mean giant monster in Japanese.
Yeah.
His full name is Kaiju Big Battle.
Oh my gosh, just like the thing
The
that they do,
show.
the monster show. Oh, God, I love it so much.
Yes, I'm a big fan of that monster show.
Oh,
And
so
they
cool.
made a video game sort of recently, a couple years ago, and we were gonna get a Shiba, and you know I could have named it something cute like Mochi, but then I was
Like every other Asian dog
Yeah.
ever.
every dog,
Literally.
every
Okay, I'm
Asian-
looking at you, Asian person who's watching right now. Is your dog not named Mochi? Bet you it is.
or some dumpling or something like that.
A food item.
Right, pumpkin.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say
Boba?
every anime-loving white girl names
Right.
their dog.
Oh no, she always names her dog Ein from Cowboy Bebop.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like a Pokemon, so Pikachu or
Yeah.
like Jigglypuff. Yeah.
Or like Momo.
Momo.
These are all great dog names. I don't know.
Mimi. Yep. All right, what's going on with your face right now? What else do I need to do? I think I'm getting pretty close. I feel like we're ready to start the blood phase, but I don't want to do it while you're wearing normal clothes.
Okay.
I do want you to change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a part of the show? Oh shit.
For actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a little bit more of the under eye, like the dark circles and stuff. I gave you a little bit, but we're gonna go a little bit crazier than before.
It's like a D&D thing, you know, where people just
Yeah.
become strippers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did that to your face.
No, it's fine.
Oh my god. So, do you ever get makeup on your face for stream?
Yeah. Chrissy and Kyle made me Captain Planet not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
They airbrush me.
Gross.
You were also a gingerbread man that the chat room could decorate,
Yeah, that happened.
Whoa. Wow.
and that's when you should have wore a dancer's belt.
Yes.
It's also content.
It was a brown unitard, and you could
Little
see
revealing.
things.
Okay. And then I'm gonna blend, and then I'm gonna send you over to the bathroom and change your clothes. Yay. That was great. All right, cool. We're gonna take a short little break while Zach goes to the bathroom and changes clothes. So, BRB. Okay, we are back, and I'm going to put so much blood on you now. Look at that. Oh, we found the cover for the screen so you guys can see what we're trying to copy right now. Yeah.
There's
so-
that one, and I think there was the other one I said you were. It's just him with the axe and like
Yeah. This guy is
T-posing.
badass. Okay.
Such an angry dad.
Oh man. All right. This blood stuff is very gooey. It's
Oh,
very
cool.
effective. It looks like real blood.
What kind is it?
It's not. I hope it's not anything you're allergic to.
No. I'm just saying because we need
use
good
is
stuff.
Blood FX. Safe and not toxic. Drying blood. Yep. I don't know why they. Well, I guess it has to be drying blood, because there's sometimes they use wet blood for screen stuff. But yeah, I've had this for a while actually. It's been very helpful on the show. Okay, and we're just gonna kind of. Yeah, look at that. There's
been a rough day.
blood everywhere. You're gonna tell people at the movie theater that you had your period. So that's just what's gonna
I
happen.
mean, that's what happened to the stream today. We were late, but never not show. So that's better to be late than not.
Oh my God, Martin.
Have you heard about this one kid who dressed up for Halloween?
As a
Just a giant tampon, bloody tampon. But then,
Yeah.
because like his mom has to go to work, so he can't do like trick or treat until like 11 p.m. And then they finally show up, and they're like, "What the heck?" And then they say, "Sorry, I was late."
Martin, please
So
leave.
just dumped the whole candy into the bag. We're good. He won. Yay.
Oh my God, Martin Wong. Martin Wong, everybody.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Yep. Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Ooh,
the
drippy.
show's only tonight. I don't know.
I just
All
live
right,
here.
tilt your head back just a little bit, and I'm gonna let this naturally just drip down onto your face as if you just, stabbed somebody.
I'm trying to remember the name of the monster that cut his face. I used to know. It's been years.
Chat, tell us.
It was one of the. It was like it's the beast that he fights every 1,000 years or so that keeps coming back to kill the Geomancer.
What?
And I can't remember its name.
Why is there things trying to destroy the Earth?
Always, right?
Well, yeah, but I feel
All
like
the
they
bad
always need a
things.
reason, especially now in the new age of villains need a backstory.
Well, in this stuff, it's more like old Earth kind of stuff, where it's just like bad, evil, For some of them, like in the instance of this demon thing.
Nice. Okay. Oh my God, this is fun. I'm just dripping blood down your
Great,
face.
cool.
I'm trying to make it really authentic and look kind of like the cover. Try not to be too even with it. I want it to be really sporadic. Yes, blood. Blood everywhere.
So Malika, where are we getting food afterwards?
I already ate, sort of. Little Fatty.
Little fatty.
What is that?
Is that a dim sum place?
That is
At this hour?
It's like
hope
you know
this
how there's
doesn't
like
taste
new
bad.
American food? It's like new Taiwanese food.
Oh!
Mm.
Wait, what does that mean? New Taiwanese.
It's like traditional dishes revisited with maybe influences from other cultures or novel ingredients.
Gluten-free and vegan? Probably not. It's like the one thing Asians will never be.
Yeah.
Vegan and gluten-free.
The Buddhists, though.
Yeah, there's definitely the
Buddhist.
strong Buddhist faction for vegans.
Okay. All right. How does that look? More blood, chat, or less blood? I don't know. How do you guys feel about this?
You gotta try on the blood with the right expression. It's a pairing, like a fine wine and food.
Man.
What's if we look really happy?
Hold on. Can you hold the axe and just look really, really happy
It's
for
like
a second?
you're Patrick Bateman.
Here's Johnny. Oh, geez.
Dude, I
okay.
just watched Doctor Sleep last week.
What's Dr. Sleep?
I think that's
The
the
sequel
new.
to The Shining.
Really?
Yeah, with McGregor.
Huh.
Wait, is it McGregor? What's his
Yes,
name?
Ewan McGregor, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Hello there.
Same director of Haunting of Hill House.
I
is
loved
so good.
Haunting of Hill House. So good. It is probably one of my favorite scary things ever now.
Episode 6 blows my mind.
Every time I like screamed. It was great. All right.
How long did it take you to realize there were ghosts hiding in the background?
I actually, that's the reason I watched the show.
'Cause somebody told you about that?
Yeah, because I saw the article online and I was like, oh man, now I want to find these things because I care a lot about the way what directors do in their things. I care about the presence of the set designer and the costume designer. Like, I want everyone who's involved to have an actual like visible
Oh man,
piece.
that shows very much all the work with the interiors. I think that director is really good with interiors,
Yeah.
and it made sense for them to be like the sequel to The Shining. You put him in that old hotel, and you're like, oh yeah.
Nice.
We were just talking about how I would love to see what kind of video game he would make. 'Cause the type of director that is very strong with like environmental design
Yeah.
and environmental storytelling usually makes a really great game designer.
Huh. Yeah, that would be really, really cool. I would love that. I can't play scary games though. Do you guys ever do scary streams?
Yeah, we used to. We don't play games almost at all anymore.
Oh, okay.
I used to be the scary game streamer.
Oh, I can't do it. I like watching other people play scary games, but me myself, I'm just like, ugh. It's like in a nightmare when bad things happen and you're the one responsible for making them not happen. They always happen. Bad things happen to me 100% of the time. Whew.
Have you done the VR ones?
Oh yeah.
It's too much. I did, what was it?
Resident Evil?
Let's
Resident
put on the
Evil
shoes.
4, and then I was like, I could never do this in VR. It's like too upsetting.
Yeah.
Because you kill the
Ooh,
thing,
shoes.
and it just keeps getting up and trying to kill you.
Oh wow, these are like pirate boots.
So, interesting fact about shoes. I know we were talking about crazy video games, but now we're going to change the subject to shoes. Because, there might still be plastic in
Yeah,
them.
there's definitely plastic in there.
Sorry, they're brand new shoes. I've completely switched to buying girl shoes for guys. Because you literally cannot find boots of an affordable price. Every kind of men's boots is like $150.
Oh, it's gonna be like
Oh,
super
yep.
real alligator leather.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell, man? I just want this for a cosplay, and it doesn't even look the way I want it to look. And then I go into the girl section, and there's like boots abound of every single type with buckles and all that stuff and colors. And yeah, so you're wearing girl boots at like size, I don't know,
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really disappointing, and it makes me feel really bad for guys.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
I
Like,
thought
you guys
about it.
want fancy clothes, and you gotta pay like 3 times the amount girls do.
I'm cool. I like my my same pair of shoes that I wear for years.
I mean, I took you to that custom leather thing.
We did.
You
We
got
went to a
custom shoes, right?
yeah.
Nice.
We did like a we did a workshop where we got to make custom leather shoes.
What?
It was cool.
I want to go to that workshop. I'm freaking into
And you got
that
a leather
stuff.
bag.
Well, I asked Zach for my birthday if I could go to this workshop where I could make my own purse, which is very like Malika thing. And adjacent to that,
Was
you
the
could
shoes.
design your own shoes, and you got 2 pairs.
I did because I
Yeah.
liked them so much. Yeah.
Wow. So is it
still
very
am.
hard to make your own things? Do you think, like based on what they taught you?
So these
Well, the
were like
quality.
really cool, like European leather craftspeople,
Ooh.
and they were definitely art school kids, which I always kind of identify with.
Yeah.
And not necessarily. They had a lot of like old traditional stuff. It was all made by hand and all pressed by hand still.
Man, that's so fancy. I want that. All right. So right now, guys, I am currently putting on armor for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That is some intense boobage.
I mean, it makes you look like you have pecs.
Totally.
Wait, are they too booby? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're not supposed to look like boobs. Do they really look like boobs?
I think Zach feels really beautiful right now
I think
with
it's
the
just the
women's
way.
shoes.
I think it's just the way the highlights are hitting right on the nipple. I think that's what's really like bringing extra curve.
The shining.
Because like when
It's
you
like contouring.
when you pull it in, but it's the shiny. I think it's just the little bit of the lighting's playing tricks.
Oh no.
You know, this looks like over here. This looks like a nipple, but there's no actual nipple there. It's just the lighting.
Let's move the fingers off there.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't
okay,
intend
okay, okay.
for this to
We're all
happen.
doing good.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. Well. Anyway, so there's a bicep over here.
I didn't say I wasn't into it. I mean, it's fine.
Cool.
He's still gonna wear it to the theater tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Your lift driver was right. This is a sex thing. All of this.
The blood really takes it to another level.
Oh yeah.
Here's a belt. This
Oh,
goes
cool.
around your belt.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Go around your belt.
Yes. It
Yes.
goes around where your belt would go.
I don't know if I've wore a belt in years. Especially a belt that's this fancy. It's like self-locking. Oh my gosh.
I don't know how to use it.
Wow. Wait,
It says,
is it?
no, I have one of those. You press this button here, and then it releases it.
That's
Does
so
it?
cool.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh.
fancy.
Huh.
Look at you.
Okay. That is pretty fancy. Well, you get a fancy
Now,
belt out of this.
Do you want this belt to go through the pant loops?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Make it realistic.
Make it very,
God, it does look like boobs. Oh no, what have I done? I'm so
You're
sorry.
fulfilling your dream, turning every guy into a girl cosplay.
Maybe that's what happened.
Look, Malika's not going to complain either. You're fine.
Boob turtle warrior.
Boob turtle warrior.
Boob turtle warrior. Okay.
Fix it in Photoshop.
Wow. Thanks, Jeff. That's my motto.
Okay. Cool. All right. So we got some arm armor.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. Some.
At first, I thought he was like a ninja, you know, like from Naruto.
He's done the ninja stuff. His first design was more like, it looked more like a ninja assassin. And I'm glad they moved away from that because it felt a little bit too much like cultural appropriation.
I definitely feel Wolverine vibes from him because of the immortality and like the focus on the lost love. So the way that I made these is so that you can put this on yourself. But like you don't need like somebody to tie you in or anything.
No, totally.
And then this goes around your bicep. So same thing. This one you can just put it on yourself and you tighten it however you want. If it starts falling down, you can like tighten it at cons and whatever.
You know, I think if the light hits it just right, they look like pecs, you know? Yeah.
Here, have this one. Can it fit here? It's supposed to kind of sit on top
the
of
hand.
your like that.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It's
this
his guard.
one.
It's his knife. It's the sword knife guard thing.
All right, and then I have a wig for you.
Oh yeah.
So his hair is like long and
Flowy.
like kind of flowy. Yeah. So sit back down. We're gonna put this wig on you. I'm getting what's his name?
Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier vibes for
Bucky?
sure. Yeah, Bucky
Sebastian
for sure.
Stan.
He
But
does-
that's like
yeah.
basically what his his hair was like. He's Bucky. All right, and then this is a cloak.
Oh yeah, the cloak.
So this goes over your head.
Okay.
What? You're so tall.
You gotta
Oh,
just
sorry,
wear
sorry,
this
sorry.
to the movie.
People will think that you're actually Bucky, I think, because this kind of works very, very closely.
Well, I have an arm.
What did your phone just do?
For some reason, someone says something that makes sense like, say, Siri
Okay.
in
so,
Cantonese.
like that. We're getting pretty close. Let me stuff
Getting
more
super
hair
close.
behind because there's a lot of hair in this. But yeah, nice. All right, stand up. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Bruh, this looks so good.
Looks great.
Wow. Okay, I think that's the whole outfit plus this this right here.
Get the axe, yeah.
That'll do.
Oh my gosh. No, this works
That's
really
great.
well. Yes!
Super cool.
Okay, so now we move on to the portion of the stream where Martin Wong takes a ton of photos and you get to become a cosplayer. You get to
Voila.
Dope.
be the character. All right, let me shift this table over.
Hold on, Stella.
See, I don't know this character enough. You kind of reminded me of like a mix of Winter Soldier with Doctor Doom.
You know,
With
that's
axe.
a dope combo. Doctor Doom and Winter Soldier is a combo that needs to happen.
That'll be pretty sick.
This is sick. I can't wait to show this to Dinesh and Josh John's old Valiant team.
I was about to say, you can't wait to show it to the people who work at the movie theater.
Yes, yes,
You know,
with the
walk
axe,
through the
yes,
front door.
yes.
Well,
I wonder if they have tighter security now with because of movies.
Yes, they do. Especially the one we go to.
oh my gosh.
As we go to the theater at Universal City Walk and
Look at this! Look at him! Eternal Warrior!
this is great. You did a killer job.
Woo! We did it, you guys.
Throw this together so fast.
Yeah, I had like a week and a half to make it. I would say.
This armor is so sick. Like all of the arm pieces and the hand pieces are so dope.
And it mostly gets covered up by his cloak because he just he has a cloak on.
Well, it's like, yeah, I know that there's the whole like, yeah, we'll make it like, there we go. We'll make sure we show it off a little bit better there.
Yeah. Nice.
Now I just need to like do some weights.
Can we get some backgrounds actually?
Oh, sick.
Yeah, we get to change the background and like make you kind of look like you're in the scene. Oh my god, you look so dope right now. Oh, remember when I wanted to do that video, the TikTok video? Hold on.
Oh, yeah,
Martin,
yeah.
can you stand to the side really fast? We're gonna film a little thing. Ugh.
Ooh, ramen box.
Dump this out of the way. Okay. So for my TikTok video, yes, I'm on TikTok.
Oh, I want to show off the shoulder piece. I don't want that to get lost because it's dope.
Then
Sounds like you just opened TikTok.
continue shooting. Yeah, I know. All right, so then now I want you to I'll count down and then you'll just do whatever. Okay? Ready?
Okay.
3, 2. I feel like that was really intense. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's look at it really fast.
Oh, it definitely looks like I'm about to murder somebody.
Okay, which camera? Which camera?
That one. A little closer.
Here?
There you go. Oh!
Wow. That looks crazy. Okay.
Great.
Awesome. All right, take it away, Martin Wong.
Hi.
Martin, you're my boss.
Yep, we got this. Don't worry, we're gonna do a simple one first. We're gonna have you stand right there. Some half body will look great. Give me some scary face.
It's just my face.
Chat, start thinking of some poses for him.
Because of the blood, even my camera have some issue like auto-focusing, like which is the face. It's getting really confused.
It's got that continuous autofocus for
Yep.
the face. Yeah.
But then it's like,
Eye
there's no
tracking.
face. All right, give me a little like lower and then bring that axe maybe closer to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get the.
Yeah, show
Oh,
off
that's
the
great.
arm. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, great. Oh, I should turn back on the shutter because you can't hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's try one more time. That was great. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
This background looks awesome. Uberbaldi says that Zach needs to look stressed. Think about your bank account.
That is. Did he say that?
Yeah, Uberbaldi said that.
Is he the one that said the bank account?
Yeah.
You don't have to read everything that Uberbaldi writes. In fact, I think it's best if you just forget that he exists.
Yeah, he just hits you a little too close to your heart.
Uberbaldi, you were going to the movie tonight, right?
I'll see you there.
Right?
Oh man.
We're gonna have words.
Let me get
have
this
words.
face shot.
I saw an awesome cover of him holding up the axe with one arm and the other arm protecting a baby.
I'll
It was
be
the
the baby.
geomancer. Yeah.
Wait, why was the geomancer a baby?
My baby.
Because when it's first born, it's a baby.
Yeah. Wait, it's not immortal.
It gets the geomancer is a person that it gets like
It's the Avatar.
kinda yeah.
And does the geomancer have to train every single time to become the geomancer? Oh wow.
And he's the protector of it.
Wow.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. For like a long portion of the modern run, the geomancer was just a little child that he had to protect. It was very much like there's a lot of like when the Wolverine movie came out, there was so much Valiant in Logan.
Oh
I
no.
swear. In fact, to the point that when I first saw Logan, I texted Dinesh and I was like, "Hey, this didn't happen to be like a really similar script to the Bloodshot movie you guys were working on." ... You know,
Ooh, awkward.
it's like literally the storyline of Bloodshot when he escapes.
Damn.
man.
All right, Martin.
I hope he get enough pay for doing this all the time, raising a kid.
I'm gonna stuff this into your back pocket so we don't get the
You got it.
water.
Okay, we're gonna do a face one while we're doing that first. So let's see what we got. 1, 2,
Yeah, that looks
3.
good.
Good. Look intense. 1, 2, 3. One last
Furrow your
time.
brow. Get as many lines between your eyebrows as possible.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that looks great. Can we show the chat the photos you're taking?
Yeah, let's take a look. Look at that bloody face.
Oh, that's awesome.
Damn. Is that? Oh my gosh. Let's actually kind of copy the cover. I'm gonna shift his hood over so that it's kind of at the same angle.
And the hair back a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Zach already got those like deep set in eyes too.
All right. How does that look, Martin? Does it look similar? What do you think, chat?
Yes.
Just gonna shift the hood a little bit, like that.
Let's take a look. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3. Good.
More forehead. More forehead. They say.
A little more forehead.
Smush
Well,
the
it's
Too
only
lips
much.
because-
Not
together.
too much.
Okay. It's only
the
because
angle.
of the hood.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. How's that?
This is probably one of my favorite. Oh man, that looks good. It's like my favorite part of the stream, is to
Taking
do
pictures?
Yeah, well,
Because
like
it comes together.
yeah.
Yeah.
You become the character that you love. Oh, that looks fantastic! Wow, that's
Wow.
amazing! Whoa, guys, that is so cool. I love when people become the character. Like they get to look exactly as. Oh, okay.
All right.
Can, can I borrow some muscles?
Like,
You got some muscles I could borrow?
What do you need help with?
let me throw it on you.
Just need some muscles. I wanna become the character more. Let's borrow some muscles.
You know, when you told me you want to be Lord Zed and I was looking at muscle suits I could find on the internet, that could have happened, but we didn't get
Yeah.
we didn't get to order it in time.
That's my fault.
Could still happen in the future. Still become Lord Zed.
That will be weird because I know Malika will have too much fun with that.
I didn't say anything. I kept my mouth shut.
Nice. All right. Now try to throw the axe at me, but don't actually throw it at me.
So where do you
kinda
want
like-
it in front of him?
Let's bring it
or
closer to me. Yeah, let's not bring it behind you. Let's bring it like right. Let me grab it.
As if you
Right
just
here.
as if
Yeah.
you just chopped him in the neck.
Let's just try that.
This looks so safe.
Okay, let's turn this blade a bit
Yes.
like this.
OSHA, what's up?
As the like nervous person who revealed that thing to a Lyft driver just hours earlier, I'm like, be careful.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Great. Yeah. I'll die this way.
Yeah, what I would love is for you guys to be Rita and him
Nice.
to be Lord Zed, and both of you are running an RP. But like everyone who's playing is in the Power Rangers. They're like the minions.
The monsters and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh yeah.
I like that guy with the who's
Squat
like really
Babu.
fancy. He's like, oh yes, look.
Oh, Finster.
Rita, yes,
Oh.
we must go.
So he's like really messed up
Yeah,
in the
maybe
comic
turn.
books.
Well, really?
He has a
This way.
wife who he keeps
screen.
like duplicating, kind of.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
here. More to your left. There you go. So that's a good way to direct your subject, is just to like have them look at your hand.
What's
Move it,
sad
go.
about
Bring
all
over here,
those
more here. So turn your
costumes
face.
is
Yeah,
they've
there you go.
deteriorated
Good.
Oh,
over
no.
time. So you could bring them back.
Two.
I can fix your thing.
3.
Yeah. I'm
Not,
also,
not mine.
Great.
I'm talking about the original TV show.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Cool.
I want to make
Dope.
them.
Is this the only background we have, or we have a different one?
Oh yeah, let's change the background. Japanese Goldar is super sexist when he talks. Oh boy, I didn't know that.
Shiny.
You guys, this one's almost like the one where he's just like,
Yeah, do that.
what
do
is
that
it?
pose.
He, God,
had a
he's got
sword
the.
in the other hand,
yeah, I
too.
think he had a sword in the other
Yeah.
hand. And
Can we
he's
get a
like,
sword?
Got a sword on back
You
there.
know, I really should just keep
Like
these
a
like
heavy
random props.
I had a sword earlier today. I kind of brought it with the other thing.
Missed opportunity. I have like a ton of katanas at home.
Of course you do.
Yeah. I used to hang them up on my wall, thinking I was so very.
And then
Asian.
earthquakes happened.
Well, also just like, why would you hang swords on your wall? Do you even use them? No, they're just pretty. Really?
So
Are
I was
they?
just telling her earlier, because we're cosplayers, it's very common for me on Facebook to see friends like, hey, anyone got some like shotgun or sword I can borrow tomorrow? That's a very normal thing. I'm
Yeah,
like, what?
Facebook is like, all right,
All right.
we're gonna call the NRA.
FBI? We got a problem here? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hello, police. Oh yeah, show the
Hello,
chat.
police. All right, let's go zoom in on here.
Oh. Stand by.
Yeah, looks great. Damn. Super pogs, yo, super
Can you zoom this
pogs.
close?
Wow, you're doing good.
So maybe I'm focusing on this.
Not quite that close.
There you go, right there.
Damn.
I'll catch you, don't worry. There you go. Nice.
What other covers do we want to?
Nice.
What other photos do like the? Can you think of any other stuff that?
There's this like superhero pose. I don't know if he's down to do that.
All right, I can direct you.
Okay.
Martin, are you okay with shooting
got-
this
Yeah.
from a really low angle? 'Cause
Yeah, I
we
Got the
get
arm.
sun?
Get
So he's
low.
got the arm with
All
the
right, so
padding.
I'm gonna take that from you so as you go down to the ground.
We'll give this to you.
Yeah. Bring
Or is it this leg?
No, you had it the correct way the first
Okay.
time. Bring that leg, yeah, forward. Okay, good. And then bend that knee towards your elbow. Like shift this knee towards your elbow. Yeah, fantastic. And then hold that really far above you, like that. And then I'm gonna tilt this a little bit.
Oh, cover artists.
And then I'm gonna hold this back and then just let your hair kind of flow in the wind. And also maybe a little bit of this.
Your arm getting tired.
All right,
No.
Martin, how does that look?
Great. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
All right, hold on. This needs to angle this
Oh,
way.
be careful.
Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That guy on the ground just murdered your family.
Cool.
You're murdering him.
I'll fuck you up! Ah!
Got it, Martin? Yeah?
We should tell him that I have done got it and let him see how long I can post that.
Oh my god, no. Rest in
You're
peace.
good. You're good.
I'm
There
good.
you go. All right, what's next?
Now
Another
it's
pose?
just shop everything else in.
I'll
and
be
we'll
the
fine.
pose
yeah.
researcher.
Where's the fan
Dope.
when you need it for his hair? Oh, there's a lightning background. Can we get the lightning background?
Yes.
Oh well,
I'll
there's
catch you.
there's also
There it
this,
is.
right? When you
Oh,
can, like-
yeah, this is
Cool.
perfect. So I need you to hold your thing above your head.
Oh, it's a Thor pose. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Or pose.
So hood also back on your head. There's so much hair going on your head right
So
now.
it's like the lightning.
But you're gonna have to cheat it a little since you're
Hang on,
really
cut
tall.
me.
I have to get down on like.
I think you might.
By really tall, you mean 5'10". I'm average.
Look, I am 5'2", and when I hold my arm up, it doesn't reach the top of the screen.
True. So I'm probably gonna have to get down like this.
Yeah, I think so. This is gonna be a crop shot. So. And where's the photo? got it, Martin? Yeah. So you're gonna twist your body a little bit that way, and then you're holding this above your head, and you're gonna look towards it, but not at it. So kind of look at that fan over there, I think.
Yeah.
Look at the
How
light.
does that look? And go, rah!
Okay, let's try that. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ah, the fucking lightning!
One last time. 1, 2, 3. I think we got it.
Yeah!
Let's shop some lightning into it.
Yeah. That
Dope.
looks, yeah, show chat again. I love showing chat the photos so they can understand what's happening between like the camera and now. Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, I look totally sane.
Yeah.
Is that the
I was gonna say
Geomancer?
badass, but that's
Is that the Geomancer?
Yep, that's the kid,
Wow.
the Geomancer.
Baby.
Okay. All right. So now let's do some like silly poses, some poses that your chat would like to see. So I feel like T pose is a must. Oh yeah,
hello.
this. All right. I'm gonna get out of the way for this.
Excellent. Good. Perfect.
Okay. We want some anime poses.
What are T poses again?
This is a T pose.
Oh yeah, it's the
Like a video game,
It's a
3D
video game T-pose.
character. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Got 1, 2, 3.
Your eyes, they're great. They go both ways.
Perfect.
Yep, they're just out into the distance. See all the souls. Okay, someone want an anime pose. We're gonna do a JoJo's pose.
Oh, I don't even know. So
Okay,
show me.
so yeah, like Martin, but not as low as Martin. Jesus Christ, Martin, just showing off now. Okay, so I want you
probably
to
do
put
that.
this leg this far, this leg like this.
Okay.
Okay, just come step actually a lot
Sweet.
close. Yeah, like that. Okay.
How low can
And
you
then
go?
I want your
All the way to the
back
floor?
to be back here. I want your arm up here, and then this other arm like here-ish. Yeah. So here you go.
We gotta
That's
get the.
JoJo's pose.
Immortal sama. Perfect.
JoJo. Okay, Kamehameha pose. Yeah, with the axe as well. So we're just gonna.
Imagine like instead of a power beam, it's this axe coming.
All the
The
axe,
whole- yeah,
little
just keep throwing
axes
axe non-stop
shooting
axes.
at
Oh yeah,
you.
little axes.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Can you do a kawaii pose for me, like a cute, like anime girl, like?
You might have to coach me on that
Okay, so the way that this is gonna look is,
scissors, baby.
so knees facing
knows.
each other, hip out to one side.
Ow!
Okay, like a fist, kind of clenching yours, and then the other hand is like.
This has to
kinda-
come to your face.
Okay, we'll do
No,
this.
no, no.
Not side to your face.
And
And then give me a V.
Yay, guys, we got it! Look how cute he is.
Nice. Perfect.
So cute.
That seems more in line.
And then
with
the
what we're
Sailor
going for.
Moon pose is this. So legs far apart. And
Why am I just
peace
doing all
sign.
this without any like?
That's what they are.
That's what's
That's
Oh,
what they
boy.
want. That's what they want to see.
So it's just.
Stella's special.
Perfect. Stella, can you get into? I wanna.
Yeah, the breastplate really takes it to another level too.
Perfect.
Sometimes it's manly. Sometimes it's
Sometimes it's not.
magical girl. Yeah,
Cover
show
her.
that to chat.
That's the
Sailor Mini Warrior. Yeah, perfect.
Wait, where am? Which screen am I looking at? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Am I bringing it closer? See how can we get this? Yeah.
Oh my god, I look
Perfect.
So
These are the pictures Valiant will want for sure.
okay, perfect. Yes.
No, yeah, that's exactly what Valiant will. We'll send it to their marketing team, and you know. you-
All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. That was super fun and awesome. Please follow HyperRPG on Twitch. They're amazing. They do so many tabletop games, 40 hours a week, so much work. Go to sleep already.
Oh, we got a movie tonight, and Lock and Key comes out tonight. Oh,
He's not sleeping.
No,
No.
not tonight.
So we're going to be back again next week, same time, 7 p.m. On Thursday, I'm going to have Yasuo cosplaying as Yasuo. So please check in for that.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
Yasuo's cosplaying as Yasuo, I know. All right,
It's
guys.
my meta. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye-bye. See ya.
Bye.